mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And to give this time to the tailback. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now here's Young. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Young now from the 50. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Young. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive. First interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Ready, ready. 8, read. 59. Now watch one. Chest and go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen.
You ain't doing nothing.
And right away, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Elway. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Elway on third and long. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Fielded just inside the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Let's go now. So we got man. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. So first and 10 now from the 30.
You go tight. You got tight.
Now a handoff looking right. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Undercrunch.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Yeah, they'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. From the 21, it's second and 10.
Stop your block. General, pass. Joker. Seam 6. 59.
To throw again. Elway lets this one rip toward Graham. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 67 yards.
First down, Bears.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. He'll find Hall. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Number 6.
A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
94 is the month. Got you. I got you.
Here's Young from the shotgun. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Young to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Young will set to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. To the air once more, Young. Looking for Perriman there, he's got him. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Tight end's right. Go. 3 down. Check the backer. Hey, go back. We got motion. Back up.
Again, it's Young. This is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
94 is the mark.
They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's now 3rd and goal.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
They'll come out in the pistol. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Sayers. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Pull it together. Mike, check. 59. It's the pass. 59. Yes!
Now Elway to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Elway will throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And Young's throw there incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 3rd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Young. He's got Evans. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Young looks to throw on first down. He finds his target. It's Evans. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now it's Elway. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly, read the football, and went and made the interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Drop deep, drop deep. Orbit.
Following the interception, Young. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The 2nd down throw for Young. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play outside deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. 94 is the mark.
Young on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
I 7, let's go. Go.
After the interception, here's Elway. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those two hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1 yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2 yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, a run with Cohen. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2 yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now Cohen, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 59.
Out of the gun, Elway. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Devin White, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. 24 is the mic. 65. 65. Ready, go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Elway. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Elway. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Elway. This one taken in by Hester. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Again, it's Elway. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
We own them. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Ready.
Throwing again, it's Elway. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, Elway. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Bravo! Exactly what he do. I just see it.
Now Elway. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 44 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Young now. They get it to Sayers on the screen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Watch the slats. Watch the slat. 94 is the mark.
Looking to throw again on second down. Young. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Rashawn Perriman. 33 yards as his guys are back within a single score. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Elway. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Go, tackle, let's go. We got this. We got this.
Here's Elway. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
A run at Sayers' right side. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
No gain play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Come on, D.
Throwing on 2nd down. Young. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for O.J.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Hey, let's get there. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Big thing. Come. Same on. Check. Echo. Back. Let it go.
Young to throw on fourth. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down but come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Elway. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Elway. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting him in jeopardy right now.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach?
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Young. And this is caught by Evans. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
17.
A run. This is Sayers. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
On 2nd and 9, Young. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bucs on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Let's go. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Go. Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? Hayward. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Check.
So that'll back him up 5. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Young working out of the gun. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
A first down throw for Young. That's caught by Howard. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Young. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. To the air once more, Young. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Trubisky to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown. Chicago. A big play there. 95 yards as the Bears push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him a big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. 75 yards as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
18. Go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
On third down, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down, a run with Cohen. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Young. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 47. There he goes left side, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Point after now from Catanzaro. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Roquan Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now Sayers. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. One last shot for Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And that will write a finish to this ball game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. And with that, I'm off to the airport. Charles will be on I-4 back to Windermere as we say so long from Tampa.
Have a nice trip. I'll be home before you even take off.
Lucky.
Yeah.